Hey everyone, Darren here from the Music Vault, coming at you with a new package. Got it in the mail yesterday. This is the fourth attempt at doing this video, that's why this song is halfway through it. I'm not going to get up and start it over again, I'll just let it kick into where it's playing. Anyways, first up, I'll start out with this release from Roxx Records. Love War. I've never heard of the band, never heard any of their stuff. I'm told it sounds like King's X, so I'm anxious to check this out, as I do love King's X. Their earlier stuff anyways. I wasn't a huge fan of their later stuff, but with music, you can not like an album one day, put it away, and a year later you go back to it and go, let me try it out, and you absolutely love it. I'm sure everybody out there in music land can attest to that, where you think that you buy a release and you're like, oh, this sucks, or it's not what I expected, or it's okay, or whatever, and then you put it away, and then one day you're in the mood for something different, and you spot it, you grab it, you throw it in, and you absolutely love it. So I do believe that mood plays a huge part when you're listening to music that's not really in your preferred genre. Like, my preferred genre is death metal. I absolutely love death metal. So when I hear bands that aren't death metal, that are more melodic metal or straight ahead heavy metal, or even power metal, if I'm not in the mood for it, it's not going to work. I'll have to put it down and revisit it when I'm in the mood for something. So, although I'm a King's X fan, it's an acquired taste on some days. So, I will throw this in to see what it's like, because I'm interested to see what it's like. The cover's rather interesting. So, I'll check it out for sure, and then go from there. You never know, you might hear it in the background in one of my videos one day. So, up next is the band that's playing in the background. Now, I got the Nolifetilmetal bundled package, and it came with this Veil of Deception, which is playing in the background, which is, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's straight up metal. I would say that it's got some thrashy elements, it's got some power metal elements, clean vocal style, nothing soaring and over the top like, say, Jeff Tate, but really, really power vocals, like Halloween kind of thing, right? Even it's got some old school, like speed metal elements with the voice. Like, I could see this being in like a band like, say, Forced Entry, or maybe Excel, from what I remember of that band. Suicidal Tendencies style, vocal style. Even stuff like Forbidden and stuff like that. Not the harsh vocal style, but a lot of the thrash bands or the speed metal bands that had cleaner vocals, like Cider, that had cleaner vocal styles. I could see that being like this. And then people labeling it power metal. No. Anyways, so I got this Veil of Deception, and this is a brand new release, Dissonant Vocal or Voices, and this is on the Nolifetilmetal label. So focus. Yeah. Nolifetilmetal. So then when I ordered the package, I figured that I would get that one. Now, I don't know if that's their first one or if it's their second, but I think it's an independent release. And this is Tearing Up the Roots from Veil of Deception. Now, for this band, I had only heard snippets. When I was talking to Scott online, he would just give me snippets here and there of what the band kind of sounds like. And I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds decent. Never really heard anything from them. See what I mean? Stuff like this. Just pounding stuff. Got some drop beats in there, or some, what are they called? Whatever, I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. So then I grabbed this one. This is their first or second one, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything from this. I haven't heard anything from that other than a couple of snippets, like I said, from Scott. And I really dug it. Now that I'm playing it, I'm really liking it. This will sound like it'll stay in my CD player for a number of spins. And then I'll throw that one on to see what that's like. And then, and then it came with a Veil of Deception button. Now, as everybody knows, I collect buttons. I have a whole jar full of them like that. Like that. Over there, almost full. I'll have to get a new candy dish so I can clean it out and put some buttons in it. Anyways, and then the last release that I got was that one. There we go. Heathen's Rage. Now this was the Nights at Switlick. I really like this band. I wish I would have been around when they were playing over in Jersey and all that. I would have definitely been out to all the shows for this band for sure. We had a kind of like they weren't famous. They were a well-known local band called Varga, and they were from Hamilton, and they were kind of the same. They would come down, and every time they would come down to Uncle Sam's in the Falls, that was the name of the bar that we used to go to. The front was the strip club, and we never bothered with that because it was disgusting and dingy and dirty. But we always go to the back part where all the bands played. And I've seen some really good bands play there, and one of them was Varga. And they would set up, like, you know when you see in these war movies when they're in their compounds and they have these big mesh screenings all set up over top of them, and they have stuff hanging from it and that. Well, that's what Varga's stage setup was like back then. And they would play stuff like Evil Drifters. Like they were like a progressive thrash metal band. If you heard them, you would have absolutely loved them. Their early stuff, and then they got signed, and then they went their first straight up album was Oxygen, and then they went really commercial sounding. They only put 2 albums out. They lasted 2 albums, and then they were gone. I have both albums. They're okay, but their demo is what really kicks ass. That was where, if they would have stayed in that genre, they would have probably, to me, they would have went further. And that's kind of like Heathen's Rage. From my understanding, they were really well known in their local area and maybe nationally, but for some reason they just didn't take off internationally or that. From what I've heard, stories that I've heard, they're a great band. Alan Tecchio from Watchtower, Hades fame, sang a few reunion shows with them and that. And Mike LaPond, and I think he is from Symphony X, if I'm not mistaken, among other bands. And I think Symphony X, he was in that band with Mike Romero. And so they were kind of, I guess, like that. And so I guess every place has them, and I'm sure there's 100,000 bands that were really well known in their area, and they were loved, and they just never exploded or anything. But anyways, this is put out from Nolifetilmetal again. This is the package, and there's the Nolifetilmetal label. And this came out with a book, and or like it's almost set up like a fanzine, like, you know, the old fanzines that you could buy. It's a flimsy, really nice glossy paged book, really well put together. I love the pictures, the storyline, but also like the old flyers, CD stuff, and that. I like some of it. Oh, here, like old flyers and that from Heathen's Rage. I like it. The one picture I thought was really cool in here was, oh, see, there's Alan Tecchio, and then I think his name is Mike Pond. I'm not sure. I know his name's Mike. Let's see. I'll tell you in a second. No, it doesn't. There's an interview. Oh, that's Scott who put this out, Scott Waters, and a dude named Chris. What's his name? Chris Bade. They put personal stuff in here. This is all signed to Scott. And I saw another one in here too, signed to Scott, from the singer Tony Lee, or no, the guitar player. Yeah, Tony Lee, the guitar player. It's a really cool package, really well put together. Highly recommend it. I think you can get it, even just the book. I think it's like $13 or something like that, from Nolifetilmetal website. I think Roxx Records carries it as well. Anyways, I got mine from Nolifetilmetal. And then it just came with, they threw the flyer in it as well. Actually, I have all those albums on there. Yeah, so anyways, that is my package. Thought I'd just show it off. Thought it was pretty cool. It's well put together. Awesome stuff. I highly recommend that you go to nolifetilmetal.com, purchase it. It helps Scott and Bill keep going, putting out great music, putting out great releases, putting out stuff that you wouldn't find, you wouldn't get anywhere, because, well, let's face it, a lot of the bigger labels aren't putting out stuff like re-releasing old issued stuff, and these guys are putting out stuff. They're putting out new stuff, they're putting out re-release stuff, reissued stuff on colored vinyl. I highly recommend you go. Roxx production. I'll put the links in the bottom below for Roxx Records and Nolifetilmetal. Highly recommend it. Go. I know shipping to Canada is really pricey. Even right now, the exchange is really pricey. But if you're looking for something that is going to be like, they're all limited runs. I think this only has like a run of 300 or something like that. So really small runs. So yeah, as a Canadian, you pay a lot more, because right now I think the dollar's at 75 cents on the dollar, which you take a pounding on, especially when it's, it's $30, $35 American, and then you're looking at, with shipping, you're looking at over $70. It doubles. It's ridiculous with the shipping and with the thing. But you know what? A lot of this stuff is really worth it. I highly recommend you go and get it. Anyways, that's it for this video. Let me do this. Upcoming stuff, I'm going to be doing a couple of head-to-heads. in the next little while. I'll probably do one today because I'm home from work, so trying to regroup. So I'm gonna do one today, just doing a little bit of info on it and that, and we'll go from there. And so look for that sometime tonight anyways. All right, peace guys, later.